Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea. In these videos, or in the videos that I create, I discuss the twin flame group Jeff and Shaleia. This is for those who have not yet seen any of my videos. If you haven't seen any of my videos, I'm going to post the link to the first video in this corner, so that way you guys can go and kind of see the first video and get a little bit of an idea of my involvement within this group. So first thing I want to say is, for those viewing this video or any of my other videos, please like and share these videos so that way we can get the word out more about this group. If this is your first time seeing this video or watching any of my videos, and I do thank you guys for actually clicking on this and watching that. So now with that out of the way, I also do want to address that I know sometimes I might go on a hiatus when it comes to making videos, and I actually want to explain to you guys why, so that way you guys are aware of why sometimes it takes me a long time to create videos, and then sometimes I'll start creating them back to back. So I do create videos when I feel in a good mood to create videos, and depending on what the video is, recording it, editing it, and then posting it online. But the majority of the time, I want to make sure that I feel good about recording a video and putting it out there before I actually do so. So sometimes I will go a few weeks without posting a video, and that's mainly why. Sometimes it is because I may be backed up, or I may be out with family and spending time with friends and things like that. But sometimes it's just due to the fact that I don't feel like putting out a video. I'm not making an income from these videos. YouTube's not paying me to make these videos or anything like that. I'm not getting type of sponsorships or anything like that. So this is something I do in my free time because I do want to bring awareness to this particular group and the things that are going on within the group. So now with that addressed as well. So this is going to be another long video. So grab something to drink. Listen to this while you're driving, listen to this while you're doing your chores, whatever the case may be. I am going to be going over a few things. I'm also going to be reading some posts, screenshots that were sent to me, as well. I'm going to be going over a beautiful PowerPoint that someone has put together, because I guess this was a way for them to deal with what they had experienced in TFU. Now, it's not specifically what they dealt with, but it's something that they have, I guess, witnessed within the group. And they felt like this was the best way for them at the time to deal with what they had gone with the group, to actually put it out in some type of way to express what they went through. So I'm going to be, when I get to that, I'm going to be reading it off screen, but I'm also going to be posting the screenshots and stuff like that as well. So sooner or later throughout this video, you won't see my face anymore. You'll see the PowerPoint. So just as a heads up on that. So one thing I want to talk about right away is, if for those who have not been paying attention, or for those who are paying attention in the group, or even people outside of the group, if they're looking into the group and they're seeing all the stuff that's going on, especially specifically with the Church of Union. Now, Jeff and Shaleia decided to make, I think it's a two-part video so far, from what I can remember, dealing with tithing. And for me, this was, I wouldn't say I was upset. I was just highly concerned, and here's why. So, for those who don't know, tithing, especially when it comes to churches and things like that, tithing is used to help support that organization. So, an example would be if you go to like a church, and you tithe, as when they pass around the bucket or the plates for people to donate to the church will try, depending on the church, because there's some grimy churches out there, let's just be honest. There's always a few rotten apples within everything, but churches will use those funds to pay for the upkeep of that building, to pay for the if they have staff, if the staff's not volunteering their time to, they might use it to pay the staff, to upkeep on, like I said, upkeep on the church, make sure the bills are paid. If events are being done at the church, they might use some of the money to help go towards donations, and also to help the community that these churches are in. So if this church is helping out families in need, or helping out homeless, or helping out people look for jobs and things like that, they will use that money that they are receiving from others, from the church community, to buy what is needed in order to help the community that these people are in. So if it's helping out the homeless, whether it be buying food, whether it be helping these people get off the streets, whether it be helping these people find jobs, housing, if it's helping families who are in need, making sure that these families have food, they, may run food programs and things like that, right? So not only is the money helping out the church, but it's also meant to also help out the community that these churches are in, and also maybe even help other organizations that this church stands for. So if it's helping, or if the church is, constantly speaking out against child abuse, maybe donating that money to organizations that help children in need, and help kids and people get out of abusive situations and things like that. So it's not just towards the church, but it's also to try to maybe also help out the community as well, right? So for the most part, when people donate to their church, they know where that money is going from, or where it's going to, should I say. And a lot of the time, and if you read the Bible, it talks about donating like 10% of your income to the church, right? And I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. So I used to go to church. I don't go to church anymore. This is way before I got into TFU. So TFU ain't had nothing to do with this. But I will donate my money to organizations that I feel are important to me. There are some people who donate their time and things like that. So it's always not giving your money to a church or an organization. Also, with the whole 10%, some people, they may not be able to give 10% of their income. If you've got a single mom who's got 5 children, and, she's working, 2 or 3 jobs to support her family, she may not be able to give her 10% of her income to the church. She might be able to donate what she can, but, that doesn't mean, she's not, I believe when it comes to tithing, you give what you can. I mean, a lot of churches some of the churches that I've been to anyway, will say that, you get, if you can give, then give. If you can't, then, don't. So the reason I'm bringing this up, like I said, is because Jeff and Shaleia made a video on the Church of Union talking about tithing. And if they end up taking the videos down, I think I downloaded them anyway, so I do have them up. But they talk about how people should donate to their Church of Union, and in donating or tithing to the church, that in turn you are supporting not only yourself and, and them, but God is going to bless you, etc., etc. And I think that's complete BS, because here's my concerns on that. So Jeff and Shaleia live in like an almost $1 million house, right? That they decided to purchase during the pandemic. That was their choice. They were already running a business, so they had their twin flame classes, they had the life purpose classes, and then whatever other stuff that they had out there, because they had some e-courses, they've got a book and a meditation CD and some other stuff. And then they were also doing the Ascension coaching program, which is like $5,000. So now they're asking people to tithe to their church. And I have some concerns as to, not even concerns, I have some questions as to why. Because the people that so-called work for the Church of Union, they volunteer their time. And you might be asking, Drea, how do you know that they actually volunteer their time? I can tell you right now, it is mandatory that they volunteer their time, because if you go on their website and you look under their Ascension program, Ascension coaching program, it states under one of the requirements, and they've actually changed a few of the requirements as well, but it states that it is mandatory that they volunteer some of their time to the Church of Union in one way, shape, form, or another. That they're mandating that these people volunteer their time, so they're not paying the staff that work for the Church of Union. Jeff and Shaleia don't have a building that they have to maintain that is outside of their home, which tithing should not go towards paying for their home, because they have their business. If you have your business, your online business that is supposed to pay for your expenses anyway, and in your lifestyle. Someone's tithing money should not have to go towards your house bills because you can't manage your money, or because your business might be failing and you're trying to recoup some of that money somehow. So I have an issue with that, or I have some questions when it comes to that. I do have notes, so I'm going to be looking at these because there were some things I wanted to address. In a video, it was another video from the Church of Union, and this I know for sure I downloaded it because I'm going to explain why. So in one of the church videos, and if I can, and this is fair use because I'm actually reviewing it, I'm going to post a clip of what Jeff says.
But we want to talk about healing disease at the root, and we're going to talk about all about healing disease. If you're sick in some way, or you have some sort of sickness, we're going to teach you how to heal it. Well, isn't that fun?
That's very fun, yeah.
And you might ask, well, Jeff and Shaleia, who are you to talk about healing disease? Well, we created a company called Mind Alignment Process Incorporated, and it's healed hundreds of people of their trauma. Some of them PTSD, which is supposedly incurable, not in our experience, and not through MAP.
Jeff and Shaleia make a claim on their video. I think it was the one dealing with disease. It's like the title was dealing with disease. And they claim to have cured PTSD. And here we are, this is a problem. By, I think it's FTC guidelines, you cannot claim that you have cured something unless you have the medical proof that you have cured something. And there's scientific background that has to go behind all of that. You can't just say you cured something. Like, you can't just say, yeah, I cured cancer, and you have no scientific proof that the person had cancer, now what techniques you've used, and that now the cancer is gone, outside of them trying other treatments besides what you're doing. Another thing is, Jeff and Shaleia, to my understanding, have no medical training. They have not gone to medical school. They're not doctors. So they definitely can't be making these claims. That's like people who, if you guys know people who use essential oils, right? I'm going to use essential oils for a minute because I know right now this is like a hot topic in like the anti-MLM world community and the MLM community and stuff like that. But companies that sell essential oils, you have people who are in MLM companies who make these falsified claims that ingesting these oils or using these oils can cure certain diseases. And it got so bad that the FTC actually sent out warning letters to certain companies telling them that they need to tell their distributors pretty much that they cannot be making these false claims because they have no physical scientific proof. Same with Jeff and Shaleia. You are making claims that you have cured PTSD, and you have no claims to, you're not a professional there, you don't have any type of doctorates or anything like that when it comes to the medical field, and you are making medical claims, that is against the law. So there's my standing on that. And if you guys want to know even more, I actually have a friend who works in the medical field who I asked about this, and she gave me a lot of information when it comes to claims that people who are not doctors can say, and then people who are even doctors, what they can say and what they can't say. Like, even certain people who work in certain medical fields have to be extremely careful if they can call someone their patient or their client. Like, that's how serious it is when it comes to something like that. So to claim that you have cured PTSD is like, it's something serious. It's actually against the law and can actually be reported for it. So there's that. So another thing I wanted to talk about is going back to the tithing. Now, I have spoken, more people have come out of TFU, and there are some things. Someone did meet with me and we talked, and they were able to give me some information that I was able to share, and I'm going to share that with you now. So, going back to the tithing, if you are a Twin Flame Ascension School coach, it is mandatory. It is not optional. And I don't think they've put this in their requirements on the actual website yet. I don't think they're going to. But it is mandatory that as a coach, you have to give 10% of your earnings as a tithing to Jeff and Shaleia, or AKA the Church of Union. It is mandated. Another thing, the boot camp. I did find out that the people who were in the Twin Flame boot camp, they were paying a monthly fee. Now, I'm not sure if this number is per person or per couple. Either way, it doesn't freaking matter. But if for the couples that were in the boot camp, the Twin Flame boot camp, so pretty much these couples were living with Jeff and Shaleia, they were paying $500 a month. $500 a month. That is not even including the fees for coaching, etc., and all the rest of that stuff. These people were paying Jeff and Shaleia $500 a month, living with them for a Twin Flame boot camp. So of course, you know that money's got to be going towards the expenses of the house. Which, another thing I'm going to mention real quickly. So Jeff and Shaleia just got this house. They just moved into it. It means they put their names on a mortgage to be paying for this almost $1 million home, right? And congratulations, $1 million home. Hey, you were able to show the bank that you could afford this at the time. But I think it's funny now, because now Jeff and Shaleia are actually talking about moving back to Sedona, where they first met, in person anyway, which I find interesting, because what are you going to do with this house that you just bought? Because I know it's not paid off yet. So do you plan on putting it back on the market, even though you claim this was like your dream home, this was like your mansion, this was a way for you to show your community and everyone who decided to search you guys up that this is how they can tell that your business is so successful, because you've got these luxury cars, you've got this luxury home, you're blowing your money left and right on things that you're trying to show that you're wealthy. So I find it strange that you just got this house less than a year ago, and now you're already thinking about moving again. Like, I find that very odd, especially with the amount of money that this house for the amount of money that you were buying this house for. Like I said, I know you still have a mortgage and things like that. So I just find it weird that all of a sudden now you want to move out of the house and move back to Arizona. So also have questions about that because I know that with people putting in complaints and cops and stuff showing up to Jeff and Shaleia's house, that is also bringing some concerns up for Jeff and Shaleia, and they think that they've got to get out of town type situation. So I have a lot of questions about that and a lot of speculation when it comes to why they might be wanting to move again. So just that. Another thing, we're going to talk about the disclosure statement that Jeff and Shaleia had these people sign. So here's a funny thing with the disclosure statements. There's no way. I know I kind of made a video about this before, but the person I was talking to brought this up as well. But there's no way to prove who is signing that disclosure statement on the other side of that screen. Someone who, it could be someone's sister, baby mama, dad, brother, sibling. Someone could be on the other side of that screen signing that paperwork, and there's no way for Jeff and Shaleia to really prove that it's the person who they think it is. And an example of this would be, when you sign a job application and you have to agree to the terms, and, everything that you said and everything that the information that you gave was accurate as as you believe it to be, and, any false information, can lead to A, B, C, and D and stuff like that. When they have you sign those, they're not just having you sign it with like your name. Like a lot of the information, like you have to put like the last four of your social, and you have to put your birth date or something like that. Like they already have your important information for a good portion of it, verify that you are the person that's applying for this application. Jeff and Shaleia don't have that, and no one's going to give these people I ain't gonna say nobody, but people aren't going to just give these people who they don't know their background to their social security number to try to prove that they're the person who is signing these outrageous disclosure statements, which I think is interesting. Another thing that I want to bring up that this person brought up to me as well is how this is going to, in a way, show you how high Jeff and Shaleia, at least from my point of view, think that they really are. And here's what I mean. So when I was in TFU, when I was in Twin Flames Universe, this is what Jeff and Shaleia would teach. They would always teach that it was God, source, whatever. It would be God, you, your twin flame, and then everyone else, right? It was God first, then you first, and then you second, and then your twin flame third, and then everyone else would come after that. That's how you would view your relationships with people. Things have now changed. Now, how Jeff and Shaleia claim it should be is God, Jeff and Shaleia, aka your gurus, then you, then your twin flame, and then everyone else. Here's where I have a problem with that. You have Jeff and Shaleia who want people to claim them as their gurus, and they want you to put them before yourself. That is extremely unhealthy, because to have that mindset means that you are going to risk harming yourself, whether it be mentally, spiritually, financially, or physically, if I haven't said it all right. You're going to risk hurting yourself in order to make sure that your gurus have what they need, if you completely believe in that mindset and you commit to that mindset, if that makes sense, right? So if your gurus are saying, hey guys, we need everyone to donate $100 because we can't make ends meet this month, but say that $100 is your last bit, like that $100 you were going to use to go buy food for yourself to hopefully last the next 2 weeks or the next month or whatever the case may be, right? And if you are stuck in that mindset and you truly believe in that mindset of it's God, then your guru, then yourself, you are going to put yourself in a you're going to physically and mentally hurt yourself as well as financially hurt yourself by giving that money over to these so-called gurus, because now you're going to, one, you're not going to have any money, so you're financially going to be broke. Mentally you're going to be going through some things because you're going to have that mental turmoil of, do I eat or do I give my money to my so-called gurus because they said, and I believe that they should be put before myself. And then three, physically, because you're going to be physically starving yourself because you don't have the money to feed yourself and buy yourself food. I know I addressed this in other videos, but I want to address it again, is the Twin Flame group, the Twin Flame Universe group, and the LGBTQ plus community. Now, there is a podcast that I did do an interview with. They interviewed me, and I will post that in the link below. But the podcast is called excuse me. The podcast is called Cult or Just Weird, and they did a part 1 and a part 2 of dealing with Jeff and Shaleia. So I'm going to post that in below. I definitely suggest that you listen to both podcasts, part 1 and part 2. Dealing with the LGBT plus community, one thing that I found out is that there were some, well, I will say this, when it comes to the LGBT plus community, right, and we talked about this before, if they hook 2 women up who were confirmed to be straight, they came into the group as straight women, they end up hooking them up because, there's not too many men in the group, right? And then, of course, they end up telling one of them that they are the masculine energy, and then they need to feel into that masculine energy, and they need to accept that for themselves, and in turn they also need to adapt the role as the masculine energy, aka they need to start cutting their hair, they need to start dressing, and I'm sorry with this whole light situation, there we go, they need to start dressing in men's clothing, they need to take on the role of being a man, right? And so the person I was talking to, I asked them about this when it came to, were they trying to push these women who they considered or who they deemed as the masculine energy in a relationship, were they trying to convince them to have a sex change, to transition from being a woman to a male? Now, I have nothing against the transgender community at all, but I definitely have a problem when you are trying to force someone to be someone who they are not in order to fit your agenda. So, the person that I spoke with said this, and it's not a quote, so it's not a quote from them directly, but what they would do, Jeff and Shaleia in the group, because Jeff and Shaleia, what they would do, I guess, from what this person was informing me, is they would give their message to their minions, and then their minions would relay the messages to whoever. What they would do is they would tell the person, to take your time, with exploring your masculinity, but understand that you are divine masculine. And then once like I said before, the group and, the minions would try to force people by, constantly telling them, hey, you need to feel into this, you need to heal this, and all the rest of that stuff. But, push them to change how they physically looked and their appearance with their hair, their clothing, their pronouns, names, all of that. So that was something that I was informed of. So they do try to let people know that, hey, we're not trying to force you, but understand that you are a divine masculine. So that's something that was brought to my attention as well. So what we're going to do now, because we are 31 minutes in. Oh, right now I'm looking with unedited, we're 30 minutes in. I'm going to go over the PowerPoint. So at this point, I'm going to be looking up for a second as I start reading. And then what you guys will see is it'll soon cut, and then it'll be the PowerPoint. Another thing I do want to mention is Jeff and Shaleia have gone up on their prices when it comes to their courses. And I'm going to go over that really quick with you guys because these prices that I'm going to mention in the PowerPoint are not correct. And this person knows they did this before the prices actually went up in the group. So I'm going to explain these prices to you guys. I'm going to go over them real quick, and then I will go over the PowerPoint because I think it is very important that you guys are aware of this. So I think this is interesting because, with everyone dealing with the COVID and some people still without jobs, some people struggling with income, a lot of people being uncertain, I think it's very interesting that Jeff and Shaleia have turned around to raise their prices when a lot of people are cutting back on anything that isn't a necessity. And sorry to tell you guys in TFU who I know are watching my videos, I will post another video shortly after this one. I'll record another video shortly after this, reading off some posts, because I found out that the group has, whether they have been posting it or not, actually they do have posts, but there have been talks about the people trying to attack my videos and having my videos taken down, or attempting to, but not really having any grounds to stand on. So thank you. Let's go over these prices really quick. So I'm going to post a screenshot of this as well. I will make sure to block out this person's name and block out the faces that are below. And guys, just so you know, the reason that I block out the faces and the names of a lot of the people who are still in the group that are the ones posting this is because if they do leave the group, I don't want people to attack them. Now, there are some people who, they will comment on my videos, and that's completely fine. Just so you guys are aware, every reply or every response that these people send me or reply to a message, I do screenshot these, so I do have them on my phone in case I decide to go back and delete them. An example would be when I told you guys that some dude named Martin, aka Jeff, I know it was you, because the language that this person was using is the same language that Jeff uses. People have a particular way of speaking, and you can't really hide that, and Jeff doesn't hide it very well. But I think it was like under Martin something. I forgot what the name was exactly, but aka Jeff, he was commenting on my videos. I was bringing up a lot of key points, and a lot of key evidence, and this guy Jeff could not argue what I was saying. The only thing he could try to do was attack me. And it's funny because I took screenshots of all those comments and those whole conversations that I had. But it's funny because now those comments are gone from my video that he posted on. He posted on the first video. And now all those comments that he posted there, or that he wrote, he deleted them all. So they're not there. So it's not specifically because I deleted them. It's because this guy named Martin, who I think is honestly Jeff, went back and deleted the comments. So let's go over these prices. So Twin Flame Universal ends. Product prices increase on 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on the 22nd of August. So of course these prices have already taken effect. Toronto Talks going from $49 to $99. RA, which I think is what is that? Romance Attraction course. The Romance Attraction course is going from $159 to $199. The DTC Dreams Coming True course is going from $429 to $699, or 3 payments of $299 pretty much. The Twin Flames All Class Pass is going from $2,222 to $3,333, or 12 payments of $333. The Twin Flames Purpose class is going from $1,111 to $2,222, or 12 payments of $222. The Twin Flames upgrade, so if you're upgrading to the Purpose class or to the All Class Pass, the upgrade price is going up to $1,599, or 12 payments and $159. I'm sorry, I do apologize. Let me go back. I'm sorry. The All Class Pass was the $3,333. The Twin Flames one class pass, so just the Wednesday class, the one class pass was $1,111, going to $2,222. Now, if you wanted to upgrade from the one class pass to the all class pass, you would have to pay $1,599, or 12 payments of $159. Now, the Life Purpose class is going from $1,899. Now it is $2,699. The Ascension Coaching Training Program. Here's where it gets interesting. You will no longer get a free year of membership once certified. You can purchase the Ascension Coach Training at the current price, and then wait the allotted time period of ownership for TFAS and LPC, and then start the Ascension Training Program when you are ready. So the sermons, the Twin Flame class sermons go from $499 to $799, or 3 payments of $299. The sermons for LPC go from $299 to $499, or 3 payments of $199. The Everything Package, going from $4,999 to $6,999. That's the new pricing. Another thing I want to mention about the Ascension Coach programming or Ascension Coach training, when and this is something they don't have on their website, and of course I could see why they wouldn't put it on their website, but if you are an Ascension Coach, it is mandatory that you are uploading videos either weekly or bi-weekly, I think. And on top of that, they did add this to, I think, their website, but you also have to pay now to get training as well. So if I am an Ascension Coach, I have to pay, or it's mandated, I have to at least every 2 weeks get training from another Ascension Coach or from a Master Ascension Coach. If you are a Master Ascension Coach, it is mandated that you are taking a coaching session with another Master Coach or another Ascension Certified Coach every single week. So here's where I feel that is problematic, because if a coach is making money from a coaching, they might think that they are actually making money, not realizing that the money that they just made from a coaching session, they are about to put right back out to the group, so they can get their mandated training, so that way they can stay in good standings with Jeff and Shaleia. That is very similar to I think they call it a closed circuit when it comes to like MLMs, I think, where the money is not being taken outside of the group. Like, everything is circulated with inside the group. So you can't even go to like an actual life coach outside of the group. It has to be someone within the group that you have to purchase a coaching session from, which means that money just continues to go in a circle in that group. So I think that's very interesting as well. On top of the videos that you are mandated to create as well, that they don't tell you until after the fact. But yeah, you have to make videos, and post videos on your YouTube channel to try to get the word out and spread the word, and not just your coaching and the fact your coaching style. No, you have to try to spread the word of only Jeff and Shaleia's work. So just a heads up on that. So, after all of that, we are now going to get into the PowerPoint. So, once again, I read you off the new prices, but the prices that this person has put in the PowerPoint are the old prices. So, from what I remember. So, just as a reminder. So, I'm going to read this, and then, like I said, I'll post it on here. So, I've just found out about twin flames, and I'm suffering over 30, and this just feels right. I found YouTube videos of Jeff and Shaleia, and they seem normal and relatable. I purchased the book on Kindle and audio. Then I can listen to it as I drive into my day job. $14.85 for the Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover paperback. $17.99 Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover, the audiobook. My twin flame still not talking to me, but at least I feel a little better. I think I need a clearing, and I buy the healing meditation. $9.99 for the Twin Flames Healing Meditation CD. Current investment in my harmonious twin flame is $42.83. So the next thing is, my twin flame still isn't talking to me. Maybe it's time to invest in a coach. Maybe it's time to invest in a coach that it should only take a couple of sessions, and that'll clear this block. I invest in a month's worth, which is about $88 per session, $352 per month. My coach encourages me to invest $49 in Toronto talks, because then I get to see how harmonious unions unfold quickly and easily. Current investment in harmonious twin flames union is $443.83. I feel so good. My coach is awesome. My twin texted me, but then we fought and we're still not talking. My coach has guided me to claim a deeper romance, so I've invested in Romance Attraction, all 8 lessons, for only $199. And then also states 2 months worth of coaching, still continuing. Current investment in harmonious twin flame union is $1,292.83. I bought myself flowers today, had my date with God, bought some wine, and had a hot bath. Really feels loved by God here. My harmonious union has got to be around the corner. My coach has suggested that I purchase the Twin Flames Ascension School All Class Pass. This way I can learn and grow doing the live along with the live students, and our coaching sessions can be even clearer. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to read this from a distance on my other computer, so if I'm stumbling on my words or anything like that, it's because I'm trying to see the small print that I've got going on. 2 months pass. I healed so much. My coach is so proud of all the progress I've made. I am too. I feel great, but I'm still not speaking with my twin flame. We smiled once when we passed each other at the grocery store. I guess that's progress. My coach is suggesting I buy Dreams Coming True, which is $429. It'll help me get really clear on how I want my harmonious union to unfold. Current investment in harmonious twin flames union, $4,647.83. 1 month later, still no movement with my twin flame. My coach is telling me that it's probably because I'm not living my life purpose. Some twin flames don't come together they're fully unless they're fully forged in their life purpose. So to help gain clarity of my life purpose and move forward there, they suggest I buy the life purpose class. I choose to invest in my union. I'm going all in, all the way through. Current investment in Harmonious Twin Flames Union, $6,893.83. 2 months later, my twin flame is still not talking. This has got to do, okay, so this has got to be the answer to breaking that communication block. Okay, so this person goes on to say, I don't have time to watch the Ascension classes as often as I'd like, which makes it very difficult for me to mirror as much of the blocks that I have to my union. So my coach suggested I purchase the sermons, which is $798. They're quick, they're easy, perfect pairing to everything else I have in my I'm sorry, let me go back. They're quick, they're easy, perfect pairing to everything else I have to have my harmonious union is guaranteed. That sounds great. I love the way I feel and I'm open as I open a new chapter. I've made some new friends. So this is referring to the Twin Flames community group. 3 months later, I'm a little down. I've been doing this for so long and nothing's changed. I continue to invest in myself and do the work. And God, I'm working so hard. I can't imagine why nothing's changing. My new friend suggests that I'm so good at this work. My friend suggests that I'm so good at this work. My life purpose has got to be being an ascension coach. And if I just go all in with that, my harmonious union is all but guaranteed it'll come. God's guiding me to fulfill my purpose of being a twin flame ascension coach. So I sign up for the 13-week, $4,999 course. I love doing this work. I love helping people, and it's got to attract my twin flame, right? Current investment in Harmonious Twin Flame Union, $14,455.83. 6 months later, I'm living my purpose. I'm doing the work. I've got clients. Not a lot, but enough to cover my fees and pay for my own personal coach. I didn't realize I had to pay a monthly fee in order to maintain my standing as a coach. And then there's the 10% tithing to the church. I have started volunteering for the church. I'm just making memes and posting on Instagram, but it's part of my purpose, and I love the work, and my twin flame has got to notice me, right? I get the message from my coach. Jeff and Shaleia have channeled something special just for me. Oh goody, it's got to be my twin flame harmonious union. Let me just jump to the punchline. I'm sat down and told that I'm no longer a female, but I'm a divine masculine. Current investment into a harmonious twin flame union is $17,167.83 plus the 10% tithing. And this person that I've been dealing with and mirroring for, and I guess I'm going to say pretty much obsessed with, well, they were not my twin flame at all. In fact, it's someone else, someone within the community, some woman I've never met in my life. And then pretty much the message this person is relaying is save your money, save your peace of mind, move on before you get in too deep. So that was this person's message for dealing with Twin Flames Universe. That was their way of being able to express what they went through when it came to dealing with this group. And now this person said that, some of this was not, their personal story, but they did witness this from other people who were in the group. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention so that way you guys know. When I talk about people being told that, they're being misguided from their twin flame who was channeled to be one person, they're now coming back and saying that it's someone else. I'm not saying it just to say it. I'm not saying it because it only happened to one or two people. This has happened to many people within this group. It continues to happen. And I feel like that alone needs to be stopped. These people are trying to force people into same-sex couples, same-sex relationships that they don't want to be in. And another thing that I found out is that if two women are in the group and we'll have, woman A and woman B, if they tell woman A that your twin flame is woman B, and woman B knowing that she is straight and woman A knowing that she was straight as well, but still wants to go with what, this group says because, they think that how can they be wrong? They wouldn't do anything to hurt me. So woman A is going to say, okay, I will be in this same-sex relationship because you're telling me that woman B is my twin flame, and woman B can be masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But say woman B leaves the group because of this, because woman B understands that they are not attracted to someone of the same sex, and they do not accept or they do not conform to being told that they now have to date a woman. They leave the group. What will end up happening is the group will attack woman A, saying that the reason woman B left is because you spiritually chose separation and this is why they left. And the group will gang up on this person, woman A. What I mean, they will gang up on woman A and talk about how woman A needs to heal her blocks and heal her separation issues, and then that way her twin flame will come back. And what I'm pretty sure will happen at some point in time is that when they realize that woman B is no longer coming back, even though woman A is doing all this, quote unquote spiritual work, they will at some point in time probably reveal again that woman A has another twin flame that they will try to hook up with, and they will just say that woman B was a false twin flame and she had to go through that experience in order to be on her real twin flame journey. They've already done this multiple times as far as, the whole false twin flame and now so and so is your real twin flame, and if we would have told you, your journey wouldn't have been, as Jeff likes to say, as juicy as, it would have, could have been, and, the BS excuse that they try to give. So that's where I'm going to finish with this video. The next video that I'm going to do an actual reading of posts. Someone sent me a bunch of screenshots that I'll be reading off, specifically screenshots that Jeff wrote. So we're going to be reading through those. So, yeah. And then I'll also be discussing some of the information that they gave me about what this group is trying to do to prevent the real stories of people's experience within this group from coming out and being heard. So I do thank you guys for listening to this video. I hope you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.
you.